Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle and today I'm going to be reviewing Under Their Skin by Margaret Peterson Haddix, who is a New York Times best-selling author. Before I get into this video, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell and that like button, and let's get into this book review. So this book is about the twins, Aaron and Nick. And Aaron and Nick are twins, obviously, as I just mentioned, and their parents are divorced. And their mom suddenly comes up with the news that she is getting married. And they don't believe it, especially Nick. He doesn't believe it because their mom is just not like that. Their mom is a very enthusiastic person, always trying to see the bright side of things. And their mom absolutely loves taking care of them and is very optimistic. She's also very much into like science and physics and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, Erin is a very curious person and she can understand people very well. Nick is also a curious person, but he's definitely a lot smarter than Aaron when it comes to a couple of situations and when it's time to shut your mouth. Aaron and Nick, when they find out about that their mom is getting married, they're not too happy about it because they're not ready for that kind of change, and that's understandable because a lot of people aren't ready for that kind of change. And Aaron and Nick definitely aren't. They don't think that it's like their mom to be like that at all. And when they find out that that their mom is getting married to the guy that she's been dating for like a little over 2 years, he has 2 children, and they're also twins, as they find out. And the twins' names are Ava and Jackson. Ava and Jackson are twins, but for some reason Nick and Aaron aren't allowed to see Ava and Jackson. And with new change, their mom decided that she wants to move into a new house so that it's new for everyone. That way it's fair for everyone. It's not just unfair on Nick and Aaron, and it's also new to her. It's a new environment, it's a new neighborhood, new friends, new everything. But she made sure that they stayed in the same town so that they could stick with some of their old friends and also continue going to the same school. However, Ava and Jackson also go to a different school because clearly they've never seen Ava and Jackson. And they're really curious, and curiosity kills the cat, but better yet, they still let their curiosity get the best of them. And Nick is a little smarter, and he's not really sure about investigating about this too much, but he's also a little upset with his mom because she's not giving them the full details. And Erin's just full-on blown out. She wants to know everything, and she's just so curious. So one day, there's a big snowstorm that hits, and their now dad, not the biological one, but their now stepdad, goes out, and so does their mom, and now they're left alone at home. And their stepdad had shown them like a picture of Ava and Jackson, but that was basically it. They know nothing else about Ava and Jackson. And Ava and Jackson, their rooms are locked, so they can't really go inside. And what happens is, well, you're probably wondering how this works because they're all living in one house, right? So what happened is that Aaron and Nick's biological mom got married to their stepdad, and their stepdad used to be married to another woman, and they had 2 children, Ava and Jackson, and their father, their biological father, live separately. So what happens is that when Nick and Aaron go over to their father's house, Ava and Jackson will come over, and so on and so forth, and that's how it's just going to be. They're never going to see Ava and Jackson. They'll have nothing to do with them. Their dad is a very fun person. He has a good sense of humor, and he's a very calm person. He has a lot of patience, and he's not one to lose his temper very quickly. So with that being said, with the traits and personalities being said, more back onto the storyline. What happens is that Nick and Aaron, after both stepdad and mom have gone out and the snowstorm hits, they can't come inside, and Aaron is on the phone convincing their mom that they're going to be fine, that she can take care of Nick, and that Nick can take care of Aaron. So this is the perfect time for them to try and find Ava and Jackson. But first, they want to unlock Ava and Jackson's room, but as it turns out, obviously there's a malfunction. Erin here is kind of like Miss Goldilocks, and she's trying to unlock these doors and it's not working, and then it finally unclicks. The door opens and it turns out that the rooms are basically the same as Erin and Nick's. They could have been great friends, they could have made great connection. It turns out that Ava and Jackson like pretty much the same things as them. They could totally relate to them. So what are their parents hiding from them? Clearly they know something that they don't. So after doing a lot of investigating, Nick is very good with computers and he manages to find Ava and Jackson's address. So, as you know, those two being sneaky and letting their curiosity get the best of them, they decide to go to that address. Now, of course, they need a cover story and they need to make sure that they're going to make it back on time, and they also need to be safe out there. Their cover story is that they're going to be shoveling people's backyards for money to save some money and maybe buy something new. And that's their excuse. So that they've taken their shovels with them so that, that may come in handy, and also, of course, their cover story and up on that. So eventually they arrived at that address. It was a little far away, but they made it. And they're spying. They're looking through the window, and at first they don't see Ava and Jackson. They're like, are they not home? Where are they? And they ring on the doorbell, and they observe from the window. And Ava and Jackson are, sure enough, just the same as the pictures that their stepdad had shown them. And sure enough, they were twins, and they were both doing homework. So they open the door, and here they are, and they're like, hi, I don't really know what to say. And they're asking them if they know that their dad had gotten married recently to their mom, and they're like, no, who are you? What are you doing at my doorstep? What are you talking about? My dad and my mom are divorced. I don't know who you are, and I don't want anything to do with you. And Ava and Jackson, when Nick and Aaron ask Ava and Jackson, tell us a little bit about yourselves, they're like, sorry, we can't do that. And with that, they just close the door and that's it. And Nick and Aaron are like, what? Like why can't you just tell us about you? And there's a bunch of thoughts running in their heads, right? Like, there's definitely something major that they're missing, something that's not being told. So, of course, they're gonna observe Ava and Jackson for longer. And they're watching through the windows, and Ava and Jackson's mom, sure enough, appears, and she's talking to them, and Jackson is doing something weird. Like, he's not being himself. It's like a robot being shut down. And Jackson looks like he's malfunctioning, but that's not exactly possible with a human. You wouldn't use the word malfunction if your brain was just like not working. You would take a break, but Jackson is just full on blacking out. And right now they're like, what is going on? Are they even human beings? And then they're like laughing it off like, no way do robots exist. But when Ava and Jackson's mom suddenly has Ava help her do something to Jackson, opening the mechanism in his back. And it turns out that there's wires inside of him. There's no bones, there's no flesh. What is this? Like, what? Robots exist? Are they just robots? Are like what is happening? And Aaron and Nick are in total confusion, and they're also panicking. Like, clearly mom had something to do with this. Clearly stepdad knew about this, and even dad was acting suspicious because he had yelled at them the other night. And like I said, he's a chill person. He never loses his temper. And Nick and Aaron panic, and they call their mom, and they're like, well, screw it. Story's over. And they're panicking, and they're like, Mom, we know about Ava and Jackson. And mom's like, hang up and go straight home. So they drop the shovels and they run. Yeah, they forgot the shovels. But obviously they're confused. What happened to Ava and Jackson? Are there more robots? Do humans even exist? Are we robots? Is there something that Mom needs to tell us? So Mom explains things to them, explains how there are robots, and now they need to know, where is the human race? What happened to the humans? Because clearly they existed. Clearly they created these robots, and these robots have clearly gotten the best of them, have clearly gotten a little too smart, and now they're, taking over the world. So as it turns out, Mom is a robot, Stepdad is a robot, Dad is a robot, everyone around them is a robot. And they're the only humans, only normal human beings. And so now they get to visit the mayor, and there's this video that they're shown. And the video is supposed to explain, it was only supposed to be showed to the kids who finally find out about the robots, who are actually human beings. So Nick and Aaron are watching this video and they're confused because the video explains absolutely nothing on what they have to do to stop the robots from taking over the world and to actually start the human race again. And as they know, clearly it's not just them that are humans, there are a couple more, but it's mainly, the main population is robots right now, and they just look like humans, and the other humans have yet to know that robots exist, and they're gonna find out at a certain time. Nick and Aaron weren't even supposed to find out about Ava and Jackson, but of course curiosity got the best of them. So when those children find out, they'll find out. But the main point here is that the video explained nothing on how to stop the robots, because Ava and Jackson are illegal and they never go outside of their home, and that's why Stepdad was hiding it from them. So what are they supposed to do? Where are they supposed to go from there? And where is this next hint that's actually going to explain what's going on? And that's what this book is basically about. This book is a series, and this book is kind of like a get to know Nick and Aaron and get to know the plot. I would say this book was pretty good, and so my rating for it was a 9 out of 10. I think it was really interesting, and the author definitely kept me turning the pages. Yeah, I really did enjoy reading this book and also reviewing it for you guys. But as you guys know, I have a sneak peek to my book reviews where I show you guys what the next book I'm going to be reviewing looks like. And here's what it looks like. It's called The Scourge, and it's by Jennifer A. Nelson. Here's what it looks like again. So yeah, make sure you check out my page. I post every single Sunday, and if you guys enjoyed watching this book review, then make sure you comment down below and also subscribe, hit that notification bell and that like button. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next Sunday with a new video. Bye guys!